versus Reed. Apparently, it was a crazy finish, and I think it was Reed that ended up beating it out. So now we take it to the other side. Losers quarterfinals. Floppyfail versus Jukain. Floppyfail showed a little bit of love. Make sure all of you out there show a little bit of love. Thank you for tuning in here on this Monday night. Let's get it going.
Monday night, and it might be a Tuesday at this point, because it's been a slobberknocker of a bracket. Jukain versus Floppyfail. They played against each other twice, each winning the set one apiece. So this best of three will decide the best of three status of this matchup. We'll have to see what came in there. Jukain, obviously the 5th seed, but Floppyfail with a huge upset over Reed, who is in the other side on there. Only one of them will be able to kind of move on in this nightmare of a fusion because there are so many damn good hard hitters. We'll have to see what can happen, Nerf, because honestly, this matchup is quite strange.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those matchups that we're going to see a lot of them kind of like playing around each other's threat distance just outside of it and trying to be like, okay, look, I know how quickly you can get in with a threatening option, and I just got to stay right outside your range, throw my own things out at you, and hopefully one of those two things will get me the advantage.
Yeah, because like usually, you know, Peach will kind of have her way saying, I'm going to do all these float cancels. And then Dark Samus just like, yeah, well, my up B will kind of hit you from either side. You can't cross me up. It's real damn consistent and good out of shield. And great Z drop interrupted by the jabs. However, I'm loving that energy from Floppyfail. Yeah, it was cool. It would have been cool. It would have been cool if it finished the job. But at the same time, at least you got that damage and stacked it up. So Jukain playing a little bit careful and trying to get a float cancel of some sort, but the interruption leading into a stock.
No, I think that movement is starting to really pay off for Floppyfail, like getting around, using the drift of Dark Samus, you know, a floatier character to try to beat out the floatiness of Peach as well. You know, you've got all of these options, and you've got to be able to use them, and the B reverses and the down Bs are enough to keep Floppyfail going. We don't get poked through that really small shield, which is surprising off that side special, but that's okay. Floppyfail still going right back in. Love the item play, love the item counter play as well.
Oh, man. Floppy just kind of gets away with that all the time, huh? Like the uppie will just miss, and then will not just kind of get punished from it. And Jukain, instead, this is what I'm worried about too. I kind of talked about earlier how level 6, you know, won't face this problem too much. Floppyfail will happily kind of go for those jump reads with fair and up air, because Jukain will definitely be up in the skies unless you're going for a low on the ground float cancel. But Floppyfail adjusting to the game plan accordingly and staying on there, but eats a bit of damage and stuck in the corner. Jukain trying to shut it out, but you gotta stop the bleeding somehow.
Definitely. We're looking for just a long-range option. We're going for the missiles, trying to catch Jukain off guard. We do get it with a close-range charge shot with a good amount of charge on it as well. Still DIing that one well enough that we can stay alive, get the tether right back to ledge, use the iframes as much as you can, roll past the down smasher. There's enough in leg. You're going to catch that one. Carte blanche. Gonna have to do more here with the down special. Yeah, still doing more with the bombs. That's okay. Yeah, okay. Clank on the axe kick. And it looks like Jukain is going to be able to beat out that one on the scramble. Can't get that back air, though.
Holding onto the shield for dear life. Could care less, and the pressure goes in. It's going to be the jab one. No confirm, but the shield poke right through it. Floppyfail staying alive at 172. This is the nightmare situation for Jukain.
Yeah, it really is. Forcing out that air dodge. We have to see what else happens. The roll in. It looks like Floppyfail is kind of relying on those escape tools, but Jukain knows exactly what those escape tools are and how to punish them. Now we're catching him off the platform as well. Good lasting aerials for Jukain, using the low float effectively. But yeah, Whis will kill.
Yikes.
Very nice.
Yikes. Sent to the heavens via a ladder. That's not where Jukain wants to be. It's just so damn consistent. Floppyfail is so good at landing of those like ladder sequences that it made me feel like I'm like, that can't be true, but it is. It is.
Whether you like it or not, yep, the reverse up air as well to take it back to the center of the stage, going all the way up. 3 up airs just enough. Good call out there from Floppy, and Jukain's got to be ready for that because it's seed 5 to seed 10. You know, he's technically seeded to win this one, but Floppy getting the first game, that does set a different tone for this set.
Yeah, you can't get hit with the Floppy special. I've seen how many times Floppyfail just kind of gets those up airs leading into the up. You just have to be ready in those scenarios. But honestly, if you're Jukain, you're like, I can't let that lead go to that kind of extent. Like I was able to finally take the stock after losing 2 at 176. That's a little disaster for Peach to try to have to deal with. So hopefully we get to see more confirmed windows and more control over it. And this is one good way to start it out without taking a tick of damage while dealing a good amount.
Yeah, we're looking pretty good, but one Zair is all it takes, and Floppyfail looking for a good advantage save of his own. We get double up air into fair. That's just enough to keep this damage going. And now we've set up on the ledge. Good, get up into shield from Jukain. Not going to wait and not going to hesitate either. We're going to have to just sit here and try to reset as much as we can, but the back air leads to more, but the float comes out.
Yeah, and I love the float. He's just trying to stall for time, but, you know, Floppyfail was just like, all right, I'm going to get my charge shot ready to go, because you're not going to contest me on that one. Both of them shooting for dear life, but the quick up B, the hella reliable and great catch. Ooh, behind that, so Jukain got to be a little careful, taking a lot of flack, but escapes, and the crown crashes into the spine of Floppyfail, sent careening over to the left side, but stays alive, trying to catch something, but Floppyfail continuously to escape it out. So Jukain trying to find some way to shut it out, gets a grab finally, but Nerf. This is the one-to-one thing I'm worried about, because if Jukain can't finish this and gets the stock taken, I'm starting to expect it out, but that's one way to do it.
We do take it, and we'll take any way we can take that stock, and so far that does set a different tone. Jukain doing the right things in this game, not going to make the same mistakes of game one, but still getting caught by the lingering hit of dash attack, that late hit, just enough to keep yourself alive, but it's still on ledge, and there's not much you can do, but you're just outside the range of the grab, and that's just enough. We get one scramble here, and another missed grab here. Floppyfail might be tunnel visioning a little bit too hard, but he does make it out on the nair.
Gets it out there, the double kick. Thankfully, gotta shut it out. So Jukain has to be a little more careful, and even the fair, not enough frames to get it, and the vegetable pluck just leaves you open for a free attack, and Floppyfail will take that, and oh my goodness, that's so much damage, but the reversal, hold up, good position for Jukain if you can kind of keep it out there, but no jump. Floppyfail kind of staying on the ground, but the grab does land into a free follow-up.
Oh!
That's a huge snipe. That's a huge snipe.
We did get this huge snipe. Has to go for the up special, but it's not enough. No magnet hands are going to help you, Hale. Like, that's crazy. Floppyfail, unfortunately, on the wrong end of the right snipe by the turnip. Jukain, precision targeting.
Surgical precision. And so is an up smash. Yeah, I'm saying, like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have landed on that platform, but at the same time, if you're Jukain, you're at least saying it's way better than game number one. I can kind of keep this up, and if the trend continues, I'll be able to kind of continuously get this lead and move on forward. But, oh, great jump timer on that to avoid out that charge shot that had Jukain's name on it. So Floppyfail trying to continue us in neutral, but Nerf, I don't know. It's just a pressure situation. I've yet to see Jukain get a reliable opening.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy. You know, you can see that Jukain's using a lot of these full hops, one, to avoid things like that charge shot, but also to try to catch the high jump height of Dark Samus, and so far it has been working a little bit here. You can at least avoid and try to reset as much as you can. You might throw out a move and you might miss, but you're still able to get something off of it because, you know, it leads to more pressure. It leads to Floppyfail kind of panicking, saying, oh, I gotta throw something out right now. I have to go for a Zair. I have to do a quick bomb or something like that. I mean, so far Jukain is doing the right things, getting Floppyfail to make those mistakes.
And mistakes are being made indeed. And it leads up to a hefty amount of percent. But at the same time, Jukain, you can't get complacent. Dark Samus, they can do so much damage to you, and all of a sudden, it looks a little scary. And yeah, geez, the bear does land. Those hips do not lie as Jukain trying to seal out this stock in a comfortable fashion. And what a great coverage in game number 2, leading to the dub.
That is a classic Peach option. Low float back air with the turnip in hand, using your item play to the max. That's what this character is capable of. You know, you think like, oh, she's just gonna throw the turnip. Like, absolutely not. Like, she's got the ability to keep going for these great kill options, even amidst having the turnip in hand. I think Floppyfail is just getting smothered by some of these options, which is kind of crazy because in the first game, he wasn't really. You know, he's staying on the outside of Peach's threat distance, like I said, was able to kind of just barely weave around the stubbier hitboxes that Peach has and have something of your own, a Zair, a back air, something like that. But now we're going to go into game number 3. Hollow Bastion is the stage pick here, Wolfie. What are you thinking?
It's still reliable for Floppy. I don't blame for taking it because that center platform will kind of deal you so many wonders and just making it so that Jukain will struggle to land. I think that's the number one thing. It's just making sure Jukain can't land consistently, get those like chains with calling out the jumps as we're seeing right now. Glimpses of game number 1. This is what I'm seeing, Nerf.
Yeah, it looks like Floppy might have been looking for a potential trump on the ledge there option, but hey, look, okay, we're getting use out of forward tilt. Not often you see a Peach going for forward tilt, but that's a great little pop-up on that DI mix-up, so going for something else here, having to shield at the charge shot, but the dash attack comes right afterwards. You gotta know that's the bread and butter.
Yeah, and look at this, just waiting for the air dodge, and rolls right into the missile. This is not looking good. Jukain's got to find a huge combo sequence with Floppyfail. It's just only good. Can do just no wrong. The side beam, Peach Bomber able to kind of get inside, but can't snap to the ledge, and you're eating so much free damage.
But it's okay. I think everything after 150 for Peach is like, whatever, who cares? Like, I'm going to keep taking this damage, and it's fine. I'm going to die off the next hit anyway. What's a little bit more? And we whiff the grab. Great spot dodge here from Jukain. Knows what's coming out, but a quick reset, and Floppyfail is ready to charge that charge shot up again. We got turnip in hand. Oh, we got a potential setup, but it's the bomb! You saw it was the bomb that popped Floppyfail just outside, and Jukain gets hit by it.
Oh, the insurance kicks in at a peak time and try to go for an up smash read. Thankfully didn't get too much of a punish, but there we go. The jump reads once again. Floppyfail consistent with it, jumping right into the loving arms of that fair, trying to do it once again as a call out, but Jukain able to scramble out, but definitely took a beating in the process, and it's only continuing, Nerf.
Okay, we're catching another of these IBs with the fair. Fair coverage has been immaculate for Floppyfail in this game so far, has been getting lots of good leverage off of it. But dash attack grabs the turnip. Okay, now we get a little bit of a hit. That's nice. That's nice. Kind of hit him with his own medicine. That's fine. But Jukain stuck on ledge. Can't really do too much. Has to go for a lasting hit. Multi-hit like that dare. And that's enough. That was a DI mix-up. No, like, it's a surprise. But, like, yeah, it's one of those things that it's a trade. You know, you're not expecting to DI that.
Yeah. And what's not a surprise, however, is consistent with it. Yeah.
Sheesh.
It covers everything. No escape that I can see. And at this point, if you're Jukain, I'm looking for a down tilt. Looking for a down tilt, looking for a float cancel into something. We need this combo sequence to kick in now. And so far, only finding just like smidges of damage. And yeah, that is a big ass laser that just kind of caught you up with a double up on the dash tech. And the down air disadvantage, that's how you know you're feeling yourself.
Right, and the B reverse charge of the charge shot as well. Floppyfail trying to mix up every ounce of the movement to keep outside Jukain's range. Catching another high recovery. Jukain cannot just autopilot back to these high recoveries because Floppyfail is anti-airing so effectively, catching that Zair. And now we have to wait for a down tilt or something more to give Jukain more damage, but we're still, we're trailing behind.
Yeah, trailing. And needs somehow as a miracle to try to get it out on there. But, you know, we're just casters. We ain't no miracle workers, so Jukain's got to forge their own path. And honestly, it seems to be a big red stop sign that Floppyfail's holding up. A whole stock ahead and 121 on Peaches, and you were so close to dying to even a dash attack. And look at that, just kind of gazed death in the eyes and did not blink. But at the same time, Floppyfail stayed alive consistently, and this is looking, I don't know, Jukain, it's gonna need a miracle, or even more than that.
But yeah, of course, off the top, it's gonna be all she wrote. Hollow Bastion with the low ceilings. There's no chance you survive, even though you didn't see like the big kill screen. Like, you know that's the inevitable. And Floppyfail was looking for a grab multiple times, just waiting for that opportunity. Jukain, eventually you're gonna get worn down. You know, that's the test of endurance against a character like Dark Samus. Even for another zoner like Peach, you know, you still have to rely on your own approach tools sometimes. But Floppyfail did rush down enough, I will say. Like, credit to him. Like, was still playing the aggressive Dark Samus that can be a lot of really good options.
Oh yeah, it was just kind of fantastic stuff, and Jukain showed those signs of life when they were able to kind of maintain that control. But honestly, all I was able to really see was Floppyfail consistently getting the same damn good, you know, flowchart saying like, hey, I'm gonna anti-air, I'm gonna catch you, and Jukain so many times we're just kind of forcing those awkward positions, but that snipe was so crucial to even make this kind of close. And it was at a good moment too. But at the same time, after that snipe, I was just like, can you kind of keep that energy up when you have to go against the counter pick of Floppyfail and making sure that, you know, because like you said earlier, it's an endurance test, and damn, Samus just kind of sucks the life out of you.
Right. And now Floppyfail with this victory is making
Run
well
back.
past his seed and is looking for the run back as well. And that's the kicker here. Because seed 10 already beat seed 3, now beat seed 5, now has to face off against seed 3 again. Or was Reed 2?
Reed was number 2. Level 6 was
Reed was 2. Yeah, okay. So Reed was number 2. So this is one of those things that, I mean, Jukain, if he'd been the one to make it out of that set, would have had to face Reed and